Hello, and welcome to this overview of what it means to participate in Recollection Wisconsin. This video will give you an idea of what Recollection Wisconsin does and how we operate, the options for joining and sharing your digitized cultural heritage content through Recollection Wisconsin, and the next steps you'll take if you're interested in joining. Some of you may be familiar with Recollection Wisconsin, but let's start with the overarching goal of what we do. Recollection Wisconsin brings together digital cultural heritage resources from Wisconsin libraries, archives, museums, and historical societies and shares them with the world. So, Recollection Wisconsin guides Wisconsin organizations through the process of bringing their historical collections online, aggregating them, and sharing them with the world through Recollection Wisconsin and the Digital Public Library of America. We don't hold those resources, but instead we share the resource metadata and point users back home to the home organization to view the resource and explore the collection. We'll explain a little bit more about what that means in a few slides. The mission of Recollection Wisconsin is to connect cultural heritage institutions statewide to preserve, promote, and facilitate digital access to Wisconsin's rich history through collaboration and shared infrastructure. The vision of Recollection Wisconsin is that we envision a connected future preserving all voices through the visibility and exploration of the rich and complex history of our state. And on this slide, you can see Recollection Wisconsin's values. We value Wisconsin identity, access, representation, stewardship, integrity, collaboration, innovation, and adaptability. So, to the end user, Recollection Wisconsin looks like a single collection of more than 750,000 historical resources, which include photos, maps, books, artifacts, oral histories, letters, postcards, and more. These are used by researchers, students, teachers, genealogists, and curious folks from all over. The collection is an aggregation of historical content from more than 260 organizations across the state, libraries of all types, archives, historical societies, museums, government agencies, etc. These 260 organizations contribute over 400 distinct collections, and while most of them are state and local history focused, some of our content partners like UW-Madison and UW-Milwaukee contribute materials from across the country and around the world. For those of you who haven't heard of us before, Recollection Wisconsin dates back to 2005 when Wisconsin Heritage Online was launched by WILS, Wisconsin Library Services. We were funded at various points by private and federal grants until about 2023, when we were written into the state budget under the Department of Public Instruction. That DPI funding renewed in 2025, and we expect that to be the case going forward. So we're very glad to be speaking to you from a place of financial stability. Governing Recollection Wisconsin are 6 governing partners who provide ongoing advisory and in-kind support. WILS is the project manager providing support for governing bodies, data and collection wrangling, fiscal agency, communications, and outreach support. UW-Madison maintains the metadata harvester and provides the aggregated data feed to DPLA. The Department of Public Instruction supports project management costs and advocates for funding. Milwaukee Public Library provides a platform and hosts content for smaller institutions. UW-Milwaukee and Marquette University provide consulting for organizations that are new to digitization. The Wisconsin Historical Society provides IT assistance as well as outreach to hundreds of local affiliate organizations. So here's where we start breaking down some of all the things that I just said in those previous several slides. I've mentioned WILS, Wisconsin Library Services, and we're a library-related project manager. One of the many projects that WILS manages is Recollection Wisconsin. WILS also provides management of several other consortia too, not just Recollection Wisconsin, but also the Wisconsin Public Library Consortium, the Wisconsin School Digital Library Consortium, WILS maintains a cooperative purchasing service for cultural heritage organizations throughout the state, and so on. So WILS is the project manager that has assigned project managers to the Recollection Wisconsin project. You can envision Recollection Wisconsin as the digital equivalent of a card catalog. So Recollection Wisconsin doesn't own the books. Instead, we manage the cards that guide you to those books. For example, if you were to utilize a card catalog to locate a book on Wisconsin birds, you would receive various results for different books found on different shelves. In the same way, when you search Recollection Wisconsin, you receive results from a variety of organizations, the different quote unquote books across the state. So while we function as a central search portal, we primarily do not possess the digital materials or the books themselves. Occasionally, an organization may lack its own bookshelves or content management system. In such cases, we provide a bookshelf for you to use, specifically a content management system known as Content DM. We then harvest metadata from whatever content management system you're using, gathering information from your bookshelf into the central search portal or card catalog. However, just like a card catalog, we don't write books, and we at Recollection Wisconsin don't do the digitization itself. What we do is provide training and resources on how to digitize and describe your own materials, because after all, you know your collections and your community best. So the way our hosting and harvesting works is this. Organizations that do have their own content management system load up their content into that content management system, as you can see on the right side of the slide here. Recollection Wisconsin harvests that metadata once a quarter to capture any updates and updates our own metadata collections. Then the Digital Public Library of America also harvests all of Recollection Wisconsin's metadata and adds it into their national platform that provides access to over 53 million records. For those organizations that don't have their own content management system, as you can see on the left side of the slide, we offer an option to use our instance of Content DM. We partner with Milwaukee Public Library to host that instance of Content DM, and we provide some basic training on how to upload materials. Both options are open to any of you who would like to provide another discovery layer for your historical digital collections. Also, thanks to that stable state funding, all of these services are available at no cost to you, the content partners or contributors. Because we are often involved in the outcomes of digitization projects, Recollection Wisconsin has become a resource to help libraries, archives, historical societies, and museums bring their unique historical collections online in a standardized way, using nationally recognized best practices. So to that end, we've created an online, freely available digital readiness toolkit that provides guidance for all stages of a digitization project, from selection and copyright to metadata creation and digital preservation. That digital readiness toolkit is freely available for anyone to use, and the link is in the notes to this video. A great place to start your project is with the Digital Project Planning Worksheet, which is in the Digital Readiness Toolkit. That worksheet will help you think through your entire project before you start up the scanner. The link to that worksheet is also in the notes to this video. Not only is that Digital Readiness Toolkit available to you, thanks to a past grant, we also have a number of traveling audiovisual digitization kits that we can loan out, like an audio cassette digitization kit, a film inspection kit that can inspect 8mm or 16mm film, and a film digitization kit for 8mm or Super 8 film. The link to reserve one of those kits is available in the notes to this video. And then one of our most successful initiatives from the last couple of years has been the Digitization Internship Program. We place students at host sites for a semester practicum just to do digitization, metadata, and uploading into Recollection Wisconsin. We pay for the student's stipend and travel costs. We handle the interface with the school for their course, and we provide training for both the students and the host sites. If you're interested in applying or learning more, the link to that program is in the notes to this video. So, what's next? If you're ready to get started, the first step for both hosted and self-hosted content partners is to complete the content partner interest form. Not surprisingly, the link to that is in the notes for this video. For hosted partners, Recollection Wisconsin will follow up to schedule a consultation and walk you through next steps. For self-hosted partners, you'll work with Recollection Wisconsin to configure your OAI feed and prepare your metadata before the collection is harvested. Either way, Recollection Wisconsin is here to help support you through the process. That's it from us and our team. Please feel free to contact any of us with questions that you may have, and we hope to see your Recollection Wisconsin collection in the near future.